game that makes this sport what it is, a rivalry game. For many schools and fans, it's days like today that can set your feelings about your school allegiance and provide a sense of accomplishment or dread for a very long time. Welcome to Amon G. Carter Stadium in Fort Worth, home to the TCU Horned Frogs. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Texas Longhorns, taking on a participant from the playoff last year, the TCU Horned Frogs. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. And the Horned Frogs about to kick it away and get this season started. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. The Longhorns offense will go on the attack first. So the last time these two got together, the nails were chewed down to the cuticles. It was a barn burner. Think we get another one of those, Jesse?
I certainly hope so, Reese. And I know that mental toughness is very cliche in all of sports, especially college football. And David, it's something that coaches are always harping on, but this is one of those games.
Going for a big play right off the bat. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Long incompletions. Okay, we got to take shots. You got to make big plays in college football. I love that you're taking shots. Keep taking them. Some of those are going to come home. Some of them aren't. But when they come home, they equal big-time points.
Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
And a missed opportunity on third down as the defense knocks it free, and fourth down is coming up. The Longhorns will bring the punt team onto the field. Having to kick it away after a 3-and-out's not what they had in mind. This punt will be down just inside the 40-yard line. So TCU's offense will take the field for the first time. And guys, defenses have been trying to figure out for years how to keep this guy from getting open, and they just can't seem to solve the riddle.
This guy has experience. He's been in the big moments, and it's so nice to have a guy that's been in your system, in your scheme. He knows the in and outs. You can move him all over the field. You can't place a premium high enough on a guy that knows the system inside and out.
You're right, and tell you, it was a great day for this offense when he decided to come back for his senior year, too. There were a lot of people that thought he might declare for the NFL. They weren't sure if they were going to lose him to the portal or not. He decided to come back. He believes this offense can do something special, and if they're going to do that, he's obviously going to have a big year.
He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. Trying to pick it up on the ground. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Now, I know you two never faced off against each other in an actual rivalry game other than the Thanksgiving morning Turkey Bowl. But knowing you two the way I do and the way you know each other. And here's a fumble way behind the line.
The ball security doesn't just apply to running backs and receivers. QB's got to keep 2 hands on the ball as well. And they're very lucky after that fumble that the offense jumped on.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Throws to the wideout. Smashes through the tackle. And this defense was flailing as he weaved his way and got down to the 26.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
A nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick, so you got to be prepared.
Pulls it and fires to the left. Races down to the 2 and stopped just short of the goal line as he goes out of bounds.
Get the big-time receiver involved early in the game. That's a huge key for this offense, no matter who they're playing against. But you can see, with his size, with his ability after the catch, this guy is a weapon, and he's putting this defense on alert early.
They get him in the backfield, and he loses 3 on the play. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They lost ground on first down, now 2nd and goal from the 5. Back to pass. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, TCU! The offense puts up 6 with that trip to the end zone. They draw first blood, and that is exactly what you want to open the season with a drive like that. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0.
And Reese, this is the part of the field where the tight ends become such a big part, right? The big size. I'm going to isolate these guys, find a way to get good matchups. You could tell they did it there, and the result, 6 points.
Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. At the 40, there he goes. Turning it on. He's got 50 yards on the ground, and they wanted to have an identity as a running team, and he's giving them that in the season opener. They'll give it to him again. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. Kept it on the ground on first down, now back to the line. They'll run play action. He'll get rid of it. Got his man on the right. He smashes his way through again. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Longhorns!
Man, this guy is an elite tight end. This guy is a dude. He keeps making plays like this. We're going to start comparing him to Brock Bowers and Kyle Pitts. The run after the catch, the big body, the athletic ability. He has it all.
And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. So after reviewing the undisputable video evidence, the replay booth has decided to overturn the call. They are really clicking along, 1st and goal on just the 4th play of the drive. Wide receiver comes in motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Touchdown, Texas! They get it into the end zone to pay off that opportunity. How about this? A 2-point conversion coming. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. He's into the end zone for the 2, and he gives them the lead. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it back from inside the 15. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. They'll snap this one to start the drive from their own 22. Looking downfield on first down. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. The Horned Frogs trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. To the air on 2nd down. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again.
What a great job by this defense setting the tone early. In the first half, they've been hitting the quarterback early and often. Make him feel uncomfortable. Make him feel that pressure. Keep getting him on the ground. That's why they've built a lead.
Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Gets open down the middle. They stop him short of the sticks, and it'll be 4th down. And the Horned Frogs will try to pin them back with the punt. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. Here's the return. He's got great speed. Really explosive when he gets his hands on the ball, and he found a couple of crevices and made a nice game before being run out of bounds. So now the Longhorns take over, and they'll send out the offense. Little touch pass to the receiver. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22. So they picked up that last first down on the ground, now with a fresh set of downs. Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. Oh, he's got some room, headed to the goal line. And he's going to take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Longhorns! When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you pad my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short and he did the rest of the work.
Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. He will not get there. Brought down at the 1, and the 2-point try is no good. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. From inside his own 15, looking for a crevice. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. First play of the drive comes from the 22. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. Barrels all the way to the 29, a gain of 6. The Horned Frogs in the hurry up.
And the offense has a little bit of success, and what do? They push that turbo button right back on the line. Ready.
Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23.
Well, I think one of the biggest reasons why this team is finding themselves in a hole here in the first half is this has been a sack party. They can't keep the defense off of their quarterback. They haven't been able to get the ball deep down the field, throwing it with the consistency they want because they can't keep their quarterback standing up straight.
And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again. And the Horned Frogs will send out the punt unit. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. They'll wrap him up and bring him down, and that's how we'll wrap up the first quarter. Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. First play of the period, first down here. Motion from the wideout. Quick pass on the jet motion. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6. Guys, when you really take a look at Texas, by no means was it a transfer portal exodus. The number of guys they lost among the fewest in the country, but you do wonder if things have just become really transactional in the sport right now.
Well, this is a team that had a lot of success last year, and a lot of their key players want to build off of that. So to me, not a big surprise that these guys decided to stick around.
Yeah, it's cool to see it, man. You don't see a lot of this in college football nowadays. A lot of people leaving. They're doing a good job of retaining their guys. They must have built a really good culture.
Well, the good news is he did a nice job reading the coverage. He knew exactly where to go with the football that time. Just a little bit too much on that pass. You wonder if that's just nerves. He's got to settle himself down.
Trying to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down. And the Longhorns are rolling down the field. To the ground, he's got it again. They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild.
Yeah, they're just going to need more push up front. There was nowhere for that running back to go. The offensive line got moved right back into his lap, and as a result, they lose yards on it.
Wants to go up top, throwing right. And that's going to fall to the ground, incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming. Running backs on either side of the quarterback. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Got him downfield. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Texas!
I think you love starting the year off with some momentum, and that's exactly what this offense is doing. They're firing on all cylinders, defense doing their job as well. This team getting out the gates to start the season in great fashion.
They'll line up to go for 2. Wide receiver going in motion. Trying to get the edge with a quick touch pass. Into the end zone for the 2-point conversion as they extend the lead. They just finished off a 53-yard scoring drive. And they finished the deal with a 26-yard touchdown pass. From inside the 15, here comes the return. Buys just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. They make the stop, not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the first down. Looking to fire. Got it in the middle. It's Nicholson. Out across the 30 to the 39 after getting 10 on that one.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come open, getting him the football, making the first down, and they like to do this. When they make a first down, they want to go fast. They want to crank up the tempo.
The Horned Frogs want to crank the tempo.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at them, they're right back on the football, ready to run another play.
And they pick up just a few on that completion. A lot of urgency for this offense.
Man, and tight ends in today's modern college football are so difficult to stop because they're so much more athletic than...
There he goes! They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. And the Horned Frogs pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. They'll ride the hot hand. They just blew through that offensive line. It's a 4-yard loss.
And how about that defense? In the backfield, nowhere to go right away. You could tell they were playing the run game all the way, and they got in the backfield and got the tackle for us.
He's going to lose a yard on that one. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. 7th play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. He's looking downfield to throw. Takes a hit as he fires.
Man, this quarterback is going to need an ice bath when this game is over because he is getting whacked. We've seen him go down. He's been sacked time and time again. He just got nailed another time on that last play. He can't wait for this game to be over.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. And they decide to trot out the kicker. This might be a little easier if it were straight on, but a 43-yarder from the right hash.
Encroachment defense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. They'll send out the kicker to try to salvage this drive. And he'll envision the ball flight as he lines it up from the right hash and 38 yards out.
Encroachment defense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. And here they come, going for the first down on 4th and 2. Here's the snap, looking to throw. He's got it, first down and more. The tackle is made, but he's got it first and goal from the 6. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Horned Frogs!
One thing you know about this team is they've got a lot of fight in them, and that's a great job responding by the offense on that last drive, capping it off with a really good-looking touchdown run. This is now a one-possession game. We've got a lot of football left to play.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. Kent State is currently ahead inside a jam-packed Dick's Stadium, but the Golden Flashes have not been able to separate themselves offensively. They're up by 4 over Louisiana. Any big developments in this one. We've got you covered with the best studio team in the business. Gentlemen?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. He has an extensive juke library, and he exhausted it and still didn't pick up much.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the outside.
All kinds of room to throw that one in there. There he goes. Inside the touchdown Longhorns. He broke away from the defense and they couldn't catch him. Texas fighting them through the air and on the ground, reminiscent of Colt McCoy's big day against A&M in 2009.
Yeah, just doing whatever they want. And this is a good spot to be. Listen, Texas gets a highly recruited kid at quarterback every single year. Can this be the guy that takes them to the next level? Today is a good day.
Looks as if they'll go for two with the subtlety of a sledgehammer with all these big guys. Now the play fake. Got his man on the right. Stop short. They'll bring him down at the one. He just couldn't get it in. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. From inside the 15, chance for a good return. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking to throw on first down. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. They'll try the run. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. Third and long, backed up inside their 20. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. He'll loft one deep down the left side. He's got it along the sideline. The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
Wants to throw on first down. Quarterback can't pull the trigger, and down he goes at the 41.
The defense has been so dominant up front. You've seen it in these passing situations. That now the 7th sack of the game.
Back to throw, time running short in the half. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again. Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. On third and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Snagged in the middle. It's Lincoln. The stop is made right at the 36-yard line. The defense coming up big on third down. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, rivalry games always bring out a ton of emotions, and they were on full display in that first half. And this has just been a passing clinic, really, by both offenses. They've effectively stretched these defenses, forcing the secondaries to cover every blade of grass, and they've still racked up big plays. Man or zone, pick your poison, or lay some blame at the feet of those pass rushers who can't do anything against the maulers on that offensive line. That said, let's get back to the field and our guys in the booth to see who comes out on top of this rivalry contest.
Thanks for that halftime report, Kevin. Stadium buzzing, kickoff team on the field, and we are ready to get this thing started. From inside his own 15, trying to follow his blockers. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. If they're going to get on top in this game, they're going to have to find a way to get the running game going in the second half.
Agree, so it can create some more balance, some more unpredictability. I feel like this defense has got a good beat on what they're doing, especially if they don't mix it up a little bit. So I do look for a little second half running the football ball out of this group.
And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
In the second half, trailing the way they are, they know they're going to have to be able to throw the football to get back into it, but you can't accomplish that if you can't keep your quarterback standing upright. Give the defense tons of credit getting that sack on third down.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that. He lost it high and deep down the left side. Can't make the play on the interception, and man, they were looking for their first pick of the game. Instead, it'll be fourth down. The Horned Frogs decide to punt it away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. Nice move there. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down. The Longhorns with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. The play action fake. Now rolling to the left. Complete downfield. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34. Really need to find a productive play this time on second and long. Leaves it with the running back. Finds a little space. Makes one man miss. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down. And the Longhorns have their offense in high gear. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
Well, on offense, no doubt, right? You've had success. You're throwing some tutties. Why not keep throwing it? They're going to keep being aggressive. You're going to have to do a better job, though, keeping this quarterback standing up.
Right back to the air on second and 10. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. They were really starting to put a drive together. After a couple of incompletions, now they need a big play on third and 10. From the gun, wants to pass. Another incompletion on third down.
And the offense got themselves in a tough situation. Third and long, so hard to execute, especially when the field starts to shrink. But the good news is they got a field goal in their back pocket.
On fourth down, trying to find his man. Pulls it in the end zone. Touchdown, Texas! Now they've got a little breathing room. They are in firm control of this game, guys, but you never want to let up in a rivalry game.
Because it only takes one play. We know how much of a factor momentum can be in these types of rivalry games, David, so this game's still far from over.
And this is where my leadership and my experience comes into play. When you got guys that have been through these fires, been through these rivalry games, you know the swings happen quick. Now you got to swing it back your way.
Here comes the two-point try. Touch pass on the right. He's not going to make it. Stop short of the goal line, and they are unable to extend this lead any further. Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. Let's see what he can get done from inside his own 15. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. They'll start this drive going to the air. And it's incomplete, deflected, knocked away by the D.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
Third down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They could really use a conversion, not to mention multiples. He lobs one high down the left side. And they wanted it all on third down, but now dealing with fourth down. And the Horned Frogs will punt this one away. He'll try to really get into this one. On the move, looking for a little sliver of hope. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. And here come the Horns. They've got it again on offense. Quick pass on the fly motion. Slithers into space. They'll get him stopped at the 34. He's got 10 yards on that one and a first down. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Just a little bit too much juice on that one as the freshman was taking a shot.
Well, on that incompletion, the quarterback and receiver just not on the same page. I mean, that wasn't even close.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Motion from the wide receiver. Just going to keep it after the snap. He fought him off for a while, but that's what they mean by gang tackling. Now facing a third and long. Trying play action. Tight end finds a soft spot. Breaks into the open. And he takes it all the way down to the 10-yard line. An explosive play for this offense.
Defenses throughout the week study every third down situation. You got to be ready for what they do, how they do it, and then be able to adjust. Great job by the offense so far having success.
That, friends, is a busted play. Incomplete.
Now, sometimes the hardest completions for quarterbacks are the ones where guys are wide open. You don't have to throw it any faster trying to get it to him quickly because you know he's so wide open. Like on that last play, just take your steps, throw in rhythm, and just throw a catchable ball.
They'll run behind the big guys on the right. Touchdown, Longhorns! And the punishment has been extended.
Well, this offense said they wanted to start the year all gas and no brakes, and that's exactly what this game has shown. From the very opening whistle, this offense has been in sync. They've been explosive. Defense has had no answer for them. This unit is going to give teams problems because of their playmaking ability all year long.
Why not double the try total and go for 2?
Here we go.
They'll move the wide receiver. Touch pass on the jet sweep. He's into the end zone for the 2 and extends the lead. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. From inside his own 15, let's see how far he can get. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Opening play of this drive will come from their own 23. Looking to throw on first down. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
Well, defenses get excited when they see the quarterback in an empty backfield like that. They know, hey, if I'm not going to have to beat a running back or a tight end to get there, if I get to him, I might have an opportunity to knock this thing loose, and that's exactly what happened for the defense.
Wide receiver comes in motion. On the move. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Off the play fake. now sliding to his left. Touchdown, Texas! Grabbed in the end zone to put 6 on the board.
And everybody's getting in on the fun now for this offense. From the opening whistle, they have been up and down the field. Starters are scoring. You've got backups in the game now. And I love the play calling. These guys came to your school to play in this offense to score touchdowns, so let them go do it. Make this defense prove they can stop it.
2-point conversion attempt is on the way. Motion from the wideout. Quick touch pass to the receiver. And he's knocked down.
Well, every coordinator has a couple of 2-point plays in his back pocket. They dialed one up there. They didn't get it. Let's see how that affects the outcome of this one.
TCU 14.
From inside the 15, here's a return. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. First play of the drive, wants to throw. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. The Horned Frogs have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Back to pass. They've got the screen set up. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed.
And so many things have to come together perfectly for a screen to work for big yardage. And they were close. You could tell that almost busted, but they just got wrapped up, got a little bit of yardage, but they really wanted that one to be a big game.
And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the first. And the Horned Frogs will call on their punt team. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. He'll field the punt and try to get some yardage. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. First snap of this drive comes from their own 44. Makes his man miss. Still running at the 40. Ripping through the defense and getting it all the way down to the 24-yard line. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Use the play fake, now to throw. Buying some time as he moves left. On the move, he fires. And he will score. The question now, will it count as we check out the laundry on the field? And oh, that one hurts to have the flag come out and take a touchdown off the board after that play. Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead. Well, guys, so far, this has been a massive beatdown, and it would appear the biggest challenge is what kind of records can they set as we have a look at the third quarter stats. As we enter the fourth quarter, let's see if anything memorable can come from this one. It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. With jet sweep pass. Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of a spot.
So the offense is going to go for it on fourth down. They'll send the back in motion. On fourth down, looking to pass. Converts on fourth down, and he's still going. Touchdown, Longhorns! And they take it in for 6 more points.
Yeah, and how about this offense, man, putting another drive together, getting in the end zone. And here's the deal. Going on the road, handling these conditions in game 1, they've done a phenomenal job.
Two-point conversion attempt is coming. Touch pass on the jet sweep. He's got the 2-point conversion, and they build on that lead. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead, and they're trying to hold on to it. From inside his own 15, looking for room. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. This was certainly not their best effort. I believe this team is much better than it performed today, but they're going to pay the consequences of losing this ball. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. The Horned Frogs now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Let's go! Wants to fire on second down. And this defense goes back-to-back sack, Jack.
And how about this offense, man? It's been a rough day. You're getting beat down. You're trying to find some kind of momentum late in the game to build something off of, and you give up another sack.
Now 3rd and long, and trying to play catch-up in more ways than one after that earlier sack. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Horned Frogs will line up to punt it away. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Sometimes avoiding disaster is the best thing. The punter just gets it out of there. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return. Gets a little bit of ground for the offense. So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Wide receiver going in motion. A run for the quarterback. Turning it on. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. It's hard to understate how much it's worth to have a guy who can run just enough to pick up a first down, to keep a drive alive, to avoid a negative play.
He's just got enough. Everybody could be covered on a pass play, and he can go and get the first down for you. He can make maybe 1 or 2 guys miss and just stretch the football pass.
Touchdown, Texas! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Points, points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns on the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
They'll try to tack 1 more on their score. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it back from inside the 15. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. A very disappointing performance for the #1 team in the country. There'll be a new team atop the rankings when they come out next. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. The Horned Frogs with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. To the air, it's Suarez. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Scoops it up, still a live ball. That's going to be a safety. The offense is back on top of it. This is bad, but it could have been worse.
Yeah, and sometimes you get confused and you get lost where you're out of the field, but not that far. And I don't know how to explain this. I would love to give you words and break this down and be like, this is what he was thinking. I don't know what he was thinking.
The give as they work on that clock. Nice move to pick up yardage. Getting up close to midfield, gets it to the 48-yard line before being run out of bounds. They'll line up right at the 48-yard line on 1st and 10. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out after picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Off play action. Got out of trouble and throws. Finds his big tight end. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throw and catch. The Longhorns come to the line with a fresh set of downs.
This guy just is so comfortable running routes, and he has such a good feel for those soft spots on defense there. They're playing zone coverage, so he's able to find that pocket, make it easy on his quarterback, and they pick up the first down.
Really good job working through his progression. You get it to him quickly, and the big tight end has a chance to run a little.
And a really good job by the QB.
Oh, he's got some space. He'll be down at the 4-yard line after that terrific run.
And this is exactly what you want to do when you're on offense. You have the lead, you want to chew the clock, keep the ball on the ground, keep that thing just ticking, Palmer.
They're just imposing their will, David, and that's something that we've seen, I think, all game. Up front, they've been the more physical team. They're the ones that's getting pushed and that's getting movement, and it's carrying over all the way here deep into the fourth quarter.
The Longhorns have it with a 1st and goal. Give to the fullback. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Sticks it in his belly. And they stop him again for no... And it will be 3rd down. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play call and everyone on the same page here. They'll run play action. Lets it fly. He's got it in the end zone for another touchdown, and this is a full-fledged beatdown.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me, or I should get conserved, because this offense obviously has had themselves a day, and apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
Now a 2-point conversion attempt coming up.
Here we go.
Motion from the wide receiver. Little touch pass to the receiver. He's going to be stopped short of the goal line. The 2-point attempt is no good as they are unable to extend the lead.
71, TCU, 14.
From inside his own 15, looking for a crevice. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. This has been a really disappointing performance, David, no question about that, but they can find some positives.
Yeah, and every time you watch the tape, You know, Jesse, coaches are pointing out, look at this. This was open if we had just ran the details to the...
And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
And that play is a microcosm of what this game has been. They have not been able to protect their quarterback all game long, early or late, up front. Moving forward, this offense has got to do a better job or else they're going to be in a lot of trouble. You cannot give up as many sacks as they have in this game and expect to win.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
A big part about playing the quarterback position is turning the page, playing the next play, not letting bad plays beat you. And that's his first career interception in college football, so that's going to sting, but now you've got to get back out there and lead your team.
Here comes the Texas offense. What a feeling this has to be, David, in complete control and headed toward victory formation.
Yeah, no stress, under a couple minutes left in the ball game. Well in hand. These are the ones, Jesse, you like to just run the clock, take a knee, whatever you want.
No doubt. They're going to love watching this game film, too. There's just so many positives to take away from this, and this is the kind of performance today that is really going to help this offense's confidence.
And the defense was locked in. You could tell they saw it. They reacted right away. Got the running back on the ground immediately.
And the Heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45. And the Longhorns send out the punt unit. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. And this punt will be down just inside the 30-yard line. TCU has it back and the Horned Frogs go on offense. Well, this has pretty much been an evisceration, an old-fashioned stomping, Jesse.
Yeah, and listen, this is one of those games where you're not necessarily throwing the playbook in the trash after this one, but I do think this coaching staff, David, really has to be honest with themselves and rethink what schemes are working and not working and which guys maybe need to get more touches in this offense.
Well, I think I like the trash option as well because it's been hot trash. This has been a bad day. Offense, defense, giving up a ton of points, not scoring near enough. So it's been a bad day you're going to want to forget.
Plucks it out of the air. There he goes. All the way out to the 43-yard line before he's pushed out of bounds, and this offense is on the move. Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the second half. Here's 1st and 10. Back to pass, it's Suarez. Here's the pressure. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line.
The defense puts the exclamation point on the day. They have had a wonderful day, man, doing everything great. Just, you could tell they were dialed into what was going on, and now just throw another sack in the equation, hitting the quarterback, being disruptive. They've been all over the field.
You sort of think that over the years you get immune to these types of upsets, but this one is a shocker that might go on the list of all-timers.
Dude, huge win. Like, you can't say enough about being a team with a considerable talent disadvantage. Like, you're the underdog for a reason. You go in, this is a top 10 team you're playing against. Like, everything says you shouldn't win, but Palmer, they came out and they absolutely took care of business.
Yeah, they showed up in the biggest moment. You got to give these players a ton of credit. They may not be as talented as their opponent, but this was a game and an opportunity that they took advantage of. They made the plays they needed to make. They put the rest of college football on alert with this win. This is one these fans will be talking about for years and years to come.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.